And with that, combat is over. That will be 80 experience.
Wow.
Wow. And your new friend kind of just sighs, and she goes, I certainly need to get better at battling, but that is why I am here.
Oh, none of that. You did just fine.
Thank you, but I am I'm a much better coordinator.
You know, it's funny. I have heard a lot about coordinating, and it has interested me slightly. But I've really been training my Pokemon to battle. Not exactly to perform, I suppose, if that is the right way to put it.
Well, you could always enter the Old Haven open contest. They do have a battle portion. Even if you don't do well in the performance, you could always win by pure battle skill.
That's interesting. You should be able to.
Or you could just join the Coliseum tournaments. One or the other. Both are always quite fun. I grew up there, so I've seen it all.
Perhaps we can.
I'm Alice, by the way.
Alice, it is nice to meet you. Spira is me, and
Spirit is me.
Spira is me. Yes.
Me is Eleanor.
And I'm not sure where Seth went, but I know you've met him. She looks around and goes, "Oh, there he is."
Occurred to me, because Plant has been quiet this entire time, that Seth has been hiding from the Houndoom. Right?
Yep.
What Houndoom? I don't see a Houndoom anywhere.
She has a shadow Houndoom.
Oh, I thought there was a Houndoom somewhere, and I was like, where? I didn't see one, but just she has one, so.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
Seth was back there kind of hiding behind a rock, so he just like slowly approaches like an awkward hand raise. Like, I was gonna just put some extra berries on the ground, see if that would make him stop fighting, but guess you guys got to him first.
Why didn't you say something?
I was over there. I was over on the bench.
I was over
I
on the
see.
bench.
You didn't get up to stop the fight. I was over on the bench.
I mean, that's fine. We had it taken care of. That's the fairy house, right? Where you go and register for a ride.
That's correct.
Should I even bother going in? I know the sun is setting, but
you should be able to sign in for the one in the morning, I believe. They let me do that.
Oh, that's wonderful. And she pats Noivern on the nose and just tells him to go enjoy his time, so he will frolic.
Sure.
That is literally my favorite thing to think about. Like, he's not even flying. He's like
skittering on the ground.
Yeah. You know that weird run people do where like they have their legs like come out like not in front of them but to the sides while they're running?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Like the bearded lizard run.
Yes.
Yep.
What kind of berries were these Pokemon fighting over?
They were fighting over a mixture of lum, figgy, and raspberries. There's probably about 3 of each. So
Let's do a circle.
Spira, you said you're going inside, correct?
Correct.
Sure. So you walk inside, and it's well lit. There is a fireplace running, and you hear the smell of food. And after
You
a
hear
moment,
the smell of food?
is that what I said?
Yes.
Oops. You hear the sound of food being cooked and can smell it. There.
How many fucking drugs did I snort when I walked in here?
I can hear. God damn it! I can see sound.
Taste color.
Uh,
Colors.
So after a moment, somebody does come to the desk and they go, sorry, ferry's closed for the night. I can register you for the morning though.
That's exactly why I'm here, and that's completely fine.
Ah, perfect. First ferry out or second?
She looks down at the counter and then looks back at him and then does that side to side eye thing. And she's like, the first.
First, right before sunrise.
Sure.
All right. Well, if you ain't awake by then, I'm sure the fairy's horn will wake you. Get about 5 minutes after that horn. So be there or we leave.
That's fine. I'm usually a morning person.
Good to know. Well,
And if nothing else, I'm sure that I will be able to meet you out on the open water. Actually, that's a great question. How is the weather to be tomorrow?
windy.
Fair, just windy. Okay.
Windy. So what our report says. Heavy winds.
She just nods and goes, "That is actually wonderful. Thank you so much."
Of course.
You wouldn't happen. There's 4 of us currently, and quite a few Pokemon. You wouldn't happen to have any spare feed, would you?
Well, I was making some stew and making some food for my Pokemon. I'm sure I can spare some.
You needn't if I ask too much. I apologize.
Nah, it should be fine. We're down a crewmate anyways, so you can have his cut.
Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate that.
Of course. Give me 30 minutes. Should be ready by then.
Excellent.
Alrighty then.
And she will leave.
Okay. Right. So of course, as you leave, you kind of see Alice setting up her little tent and setting up, making a little circle with stones to put up a cooking pot.
Nice. Is this like directly on the beach, or are we over here in the grass?
I mean, I was thinking in the just kind of like on the beach,
That's fine.
kind of like kind of like over here in this nook, kind of.
Sure. Yeah, that works.
Let me get all these these dudes out of here. They're just like passed out on the beach.
They evaporate away.
The sand consumes all.
It's like what's that shitty moose? The movie when they're on the beach and it's like parasites that eat them and like bring them into the sand.
I definitely have no idea. I'm sure someone in the YouTube comments about 2 months after the comment was made will tell me the movie. That's what happened.
I know what you're talking about, but I have no clue what it's called.
I'll have to. We can discuss this after the stream.
It's literally like something sands. No, it's gonna be on my mind. God damn it.
Sans from Undertale.
Sure. So of course, go ahead and heal up your Pokemon and all that kind of stuff.
Nice. Also, just because I figured it out, it's called the Sand. It's not even like anything special.
It's just the sand.
The Sand. How many years will it take for all of these like one-word titles to just be gone?
Well, it's a 2-word title. It's the Sand. It's also 15.
But you know how things are with the word the. It'd be weird to have a movie called Sand, but then again, you have the movie called Holes, so there's that.
It's a great movie, by the way.
Don't badmouth Holes. That's great.
It is a good movie. Should I put it on this week's?
No.
No.
No, you shouldn't.
Oh.
I don't care. I'm just memeing.
You know why Sand was so weird for me? It has Mitchell Musso in it.
Oh god, that'll do it.
Okay.
So as Alice is kind of cooking the food, she's kind of like humming a little tune, and her hone edge is just kind of floating around the campsite. And her right shoe is just kind of playing in the sand.
Spira is just sort of hanging out. She's actually like using her Pokedex quite a bit because she's doing research on Sigilyph because it's not a Pokemon that she's incredibly familiar with, nor Lopunny for that matter. So she's not only like playing with them, but also like trying to research them a little bit.
Sure. What is everyone else doing?
Eleanor's just, chilling with Charles.
Seth is still keeping his distance. Is probably tending to Mai since she got pretty beat up and looking over those berries he just picked up.
After dinner is all prepared, and of course the owner of the ferry comes out and brings a couple like bowls of food and some Pokemon kibble, just all-purpose Pokemon kibble. Obviously there is specialized kinds for typing and even specific Pokemon, but just generic. As things kind of settle down and it gets darker, Alice kind of turns to Spear and goes, so I've been thinking, can you tell me a little bit more about what's wrong with my Houndoom? Apparently, you have to know something.
I like that she goes to Spira, even though Eleanor's the one that's like, yeah, no, it's dangerous.
She just like sighs and goes, Well, to be quite honest, I wish that I knew more, but the professor was very adamant that we set it aside for now and continue our trainer's journey, in the hopes that, by having stronger teams, we'll be able to more adequately deal with the threat while he tries to, well, do what professors do, I suppose, doing his research and investigations. As far as the Houndoom, all that I really know about it is what Eleanor tells me. She'll be able to be more detailed, but they do something to the Pokemon. Whatever it is, it makes them very, very angry and very, how do you say?
Aggressive.
Aggressive, indeed.
That's
Hard to control.
sickening. Ugh, gives me the shakes just thinking about that. Why would you do something to creatures that love us? Doesn't make any sense to me.
It is truly baffling.
Well, I guess he's better off with me than in the hands of someone that would use it for the bad things, I guess. They'll keep
Well,
him safe.
I mean, they are a lot. I hesitate to say better fighters, but they're certainly more determined. And from what I've seen, it does give them some sort of power or strength that I do not understand.
Yeah, I've definitely kind of noticed that. I get. I'll just, like I said, I'll just keep him close. Hopefully there's some way to turn them back.
Well, if we figure out that some way to cure them of this ailment or whatever it happens to be, I'll be sure to let you know.
Sure. Do you want to swap Pokenav numbers?
Oh, for sure. No reason not to, I suppose.
Maybe I find out how first. I don't know. I do a lot of traveling, and you never know how things go.
Indeed.
And with that, is there any last minute things you want to do before we close the scene and start the ferry?
I think that before we all turn in for the night, Spira is actually going to go with Justice because it's gonna be really freaking windy apparently.
Mm-hmm.
She's gonna go and tie him to this tree and practice riding with him.
All right.
I hit him to the tree.
Where did we see this before?
Oh,
It's almost like every Friday we do movie night, and it just so happens How to Train Your Dragon was played on Friday.
Then don't call her out
Two-way
like
hint,
this.
by the way. If you like movies, we watch movies every week. But I digress. Sure. So, again, everyone, I did tell you it was 70 experience, correct?
For what?
Said-
Or
Said
for
80
Yeah,
experience.
he said 80.
80. Okay, 80. Go ahead and give, because I like what you did. Give Justice an extra 50 experience, and you get 1 trainer experience.
1 miscellaneous experience.
Yes.
Okay. Let's see.
And you also get a free tick of the inspired training.
Nice.
Which will allow you to have 2 this coming day.
Okay. Oh, Noivern knows Air Cutter and Roost. I forgot to take Air Cutter when he turned 23. That is okay. I will work on those moves whenever we have a little downtime.
Okay. Sure. All right. So, are we ready now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Sure. So, as morning approaches, you are all kind of rudely awoken by the wind basically ripping into your tents. And, after a little bit, you do hear that horn from the ferry. And as you kind of unzip your tents, you do see that there's like a bunch of trainers around, probably easily 40 or 50. This is a very large ferry. And so you hear someone shout, 5 minutes before we leave, and you see people starting to board.
I would definitely recall all my Pokemon before going onto the ferry.
Of course, yeah. Yeah, nobody is like carrying Pokemon with them or anything like that.
Bye, Charles.
Goodbye.
Beautiful.
Oh, you know what I need to do for him, though, is I need to actually give him the inspired training train thing.
Yeah. So of course, so when I said, so you have the inspired and then whatever you want to train them when you're on the ferry or whatever, because you obviously don't have time at the moment, because it takes, an hour?
It's an hour, yeah, but we kind of woke up with the horn blasting, so...
Sure. So you board onto the ferry, and it's a large. I mean, it's a 3-story, 3-tiered ferry, right? You have, and it appears to have, because this is a bit like a 6-day ferry. It's not a short trip.
Mm-hmm.
And so, you kind of get directed and kind of assigned rooms and whatnot. They do have triple stack rooms, so you each get to stay together. They put Alice right next to you, and you are currently in the dining hall for breakfast. And breakfast, yes. So obviously they're kind of like, almost like a lunchroom cafeteria type thing with the long benches. And give me perception rolls, please.
Okay.
Holy shit, Spira.
Jesus.
It's my type linked skill.
Yeah, so Spira kind of looks around the room and you instantly notice a very distinct two-toned hairstyle, white and black.
Oh boy.
But they look, you can only see the back of their head. You don't see the person, you don't see Axel, but you very much know that the person whose head you're looking at is Ava. You don't see, any type of mask, obviously, because that was taken. But she seems
That's
to
Seth's
be... Yes, it is Seth's now.
Just pull it out.
She seems to be kind of like enjoying herself. You can hear laughter. She's like laughing with a bunch of other just some other trainers from the looks of it. She's probably, I don't know, a table and a half away.
Okay.
You said it's super windy, so how bad is the ferry rocking?
It's rocking. It's obviously very noticeable, but it's not like tables are sliding around, right? They're bolted down. But definitely kind of like trying to walk around, just kind of, you're gonna kind of always knock into people and whatnot. But otherwise, it's not as bad as one might think.
Bad enough to Seth.
That's right. He does not like taking chips.
There's a lot of things he doesn't like that we're finding out.
Definitely. You don't like anything but grass and berries.
Well, one person you don't have to tell to go touch grass.
Go touch grass. Touch grace.
Touch grace. Oh my
Maidenless.
goodness. Freaking maidenless, bro. Let's see. I think the way that she would react to this is like just play it cool. And
Spira the hothead?
yeah, absolutely. In a giant crowded cafeteria is not going to mess with somebody who can shoot mine bullets at her and nobody would know the wiser.
Yeah, I would say you're not feeling like this threatening aura or any headaches, like, at all. Compared to before, for sure.
Well,
Come to
right.
find out, it's her twin sister Vav.
I was about to say, if she has a fucking twin. It's those psychic twins. Fucking...
Oh
that
my
was like
goodness.
a whole freaking like trainer type in one of the games.
They were, Gen 3, Liz and Tate were, twins, and they were gym leaders. Psychic. And they had, Soul Rock and Lunatone.
But there's also like just a general trainer type where it's like the psychic twins.
Yeah, the
It's
psychic.
usually a
twins.
girl and a boy though. It's not usually two with the same gender.
Yeah.
Also, is Spirit just gonna act chill and not let Eleanor and Seth know, or?
No, she's gonna point it out to them and say that that looks suspiciously like somebody that we know. But yeah. Otherwise is going to continue to just sort of keep an eye on her, but not like make a scene or anything.
Okay. Sure. That works for me. So obviously you're going to enjoy breakfast. Before you guys finish, you do kind of, Spiro looks over and notices her just kind of get up on her own, put her, put her food away, put her tray away, and just kind of walk out the south exit of the room.
Fair enough. No, she's not gonna. I thought about following her, but I'm not exactly the stealthiest, and I don't really want to risk it.
Okay, sure. What is it that y'all would like to do on the ferry? Obviously, they do have a little mobile trading area that you trade amongst other trainers. It's not like the RTS or blind trading. They have even though it's kind of windy, you can go up to the viewing platform or just go back to your rooms, or honestly just wander the halls if you want to. Do you go to the game room, I suppose?
I would like to wander the halls and see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, I'll go with Eleanor. Like, just explore around, see what's going on.
Seth would definitely prefer to stay in their room to avoid getting seasick, but he doesn't want to stay that close to Ava by himself, so he's gonna follow after. Or not Ava, I guess both Alice and Ava, if Ava just showed up for some reason.
Hello there. You have something of mine.
I will throw up on your shoes.
We have two things. We have several things that are hers.
That is very true. Yeah, sure. So you kind of just wander the halls for a moment, for what seems like a while, and before you turn the corner, you hear some talking, and you it's not even really whispering anything, and you just hear, look, I don't know what's going on at all. Like, she's... I don't know why you keep hanging out with her. I don't want to have anything to do with her anymore. I get headaches around her. She constantly begging to trade Pokemon. I don't like it. And you just kind of hear the other one go, you just hear another male voice go, I mean, what are we gonna do? Can't really ditch her on the ferry. We're kind of, stuck with her.
A character just barge in. It's like, yeah, you can do exactly that, and we can help.
Tell us all the dirty deeds about Ava.
I think Spira is sitting there, just listening, and just giving Seth and Eleanor the what the fuck is going on look.
They're out of view, right?
Yeah, they're around the corner.
Well, I think whenever they like have like a pause in their conversation, she's just going to Spirit, that is just going to like nonchalantly like walk around and just like completely ignore them or pretend to ignore them.
Okay, yeah.
And I'll
You-
follow.
Sure, so you round the corner and just see two guys that look exactly like you expect trainers to look. They got a full belt of Pokemon, got their backpacks on, some hats. They don't look, they don't look like Ava or Axel kind of look. They just kind of like look at you and, kind of nod their heads in your direction and just kind of change the subject. So just more like general talk.
For sure. Spirit, I think one of the things that she's gonna do is check her her listing and see if anybody has any trade offer for a shiny Oricoria.
You have a couple of just like obviously very trollish offers. Here's a Caterpie with an extra spot on it.
Hey, that's rare.
An extra fluffy Bidoof,
For sure.
God tier.
No serious offers as of currently.
For sure.
I'll check the trading room real quick.
Sure. These rolls. Sure. So you walk into the trading room and you see a couple of trades going on. It's just a machine. You place 2 Pokeballs on it and they just kind of digitize and then they appear on the other side. And you kind of notice sitting at one of the tables, because they're just a couple of tables, you see a couple of people playing a card game. You spot Ava just kind of watching from the corner of the room. She's she's not watching, she's just kind of like looking at her Pokedex.
I'm to be stupid. Do they have like everyone's got their backpacks on them, and like so Seth will have all his stuff on him right now?
Yes, yeah.
Okay. Seth's gonna pull out Ava's mask and approach her, and like isn't gonna say anything, no hi or hello or anything, but just offer the mask to her.
And she kind of, as soon as you block some light in front of her, she kind of drops her Pokedex with a soft metallic thud on the table and she goes, "Why do you look familiar? And where did you get that?"
I think we both been doing things we're not too proud of, and I'ma apologize and hope that no freaky shit happens. And if you make me have a headache, I will throw up right now because I'm already queasy from the boat rocking. But
Oh. Seth, is it?
Don't like that you know that, but yes.
Yes, Seth, Spira, and Ellen?
Yep, Ellen's right. That's correct.
Yes. Are you gloating with my mask, or are you returning it?
Returning it. I thought that would be kind of obvious. Awkwardly standing here with it in my hand.
She will take the mask and she will put it in her backpack, and she goes, well, we wouldn't want to cause a ruckus on the ferry, so I accept your apology. How have you three been?
I've been better, that's for sure. Got a gym badge, more Pokemon and stuff. And actually wanted. I can only assume the reason you're hanging out here is because you want to trade with other people.
Yes.
Would you be willing to trade a Pokemon with me?
I will not lie, I am confused, but sure. Do you have anything in mind?
This is gonna sound super weird because you're already suspicious, but like, I know what's going on with these Pokemon you're giving out. I mean, almost got killed by one of them. But how about we wait a bit till not as many people here? Because I want to be able to see what it is like immediately. All that stuff. Gotta check out what I got, but I don't want to hurt anyone. So how about after dinner we meet back up here and I'll make sure to have a Pokemon that's worth your while.
After dinner. Yes. I was supposed to have a video call with Axel, but I can put that off.
I mean, fuck that guy, right?
Maybe.
I wouldn't.
Are we here? I thought this was just Seth and Ava.
She's been referencing all three of us this entire time, so I assumed that we were there, but...
Well,
We never
no, she was just like talking to Seth
Oh,
and just like
talking
asking.
about. I
Yeah.
see.
Like, you want
I
to be
see.
here?
I just
No.
figured that I kind of walked off while we were walking by those guys.
Maybe we walked past the trading room door and he was just like, I'm gonna go in here. And we were like, okay. We're just off in the boat. I don't know.
Secrets time.